guys, Hyper Quilter here. I just wanted to touch base with everyone and talk about choosing your fabrics. It is the crazy intimidating part. Everybody is so scared of how many values you need of how many colors. I'm here to tell you it's really not that hard. I want you to just take a breath and say, I got this. It's just shopping for fabric. It's what we all love to do. So I want you to stop and think about what's in your room. Do you have a collection of fat quarters? I know I do. I have too many. Don't tell my husband I said that aloud. And I want you to maybe pull a few pieces from there. You might find that you already have some things in your stash that are going to work great. This is a fat quarter friendly pattern. You need 7 different colors in those fat colors, and each of those colors you need 5 different hues, so a fat quarter of each one. You're going to have plenty left over. It is a beginner pattern, so it's written so that you can make a mistake and not be short fabric. You'll be fine, all right? But I promise you, if you take some of the tips I'm going to give you and use them, it'll be much easier than you think. When you go to the store, or when you pull from your wall, start with one color. Start with any of the 7 colors and say, okay, this piece of fabric, I love this piece of fabric. Here's your checklist. Is it a solid, a semi-solid, a small scale print? Is it going to read solid from a distance or in a tiny piece? If you get something that has too large of a print or has too many colors in that print, it is going to detract from the overall effect of the 3D. And that's because you have cut it up and now you've got yellow in one place and red in the other, but it all needs to be the same orange. So take that into consideration when you're choosing your fabrics. Once you have that one piece, then you're just going to set it down. Go find some more pieces in that same value or in that same hue. You've got one green. It's a great green. So now you've got to go find 4 more greens to go with it. You want to make sure that you have the same type of green. You don't want a green that's too blue green. You don't want a green that's too yellow green. You want a green that goes with the green you started with. All right. So then you're going to pile up a bunch of them and you're going to stand back and you're going to look and you're going to pick out the ones that give you the best contrast and are going to give you the best representation of those values. Don't stress out about it. Take your time. Once you have a pile that you think works, then take out your cell phone. Take a picture. Look at the picture in color. And in color, you should be able to better see through that lens of your camera how those fabrics go together and whether or not they're going to read solid. I like to pile mine up so that I just get a little view like this. And that little view helps me better see what it's going to look like when I cut it up into little pieces, right? So once I've got that and I've taken a picture and I go, okay, that looks pretty good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that picture and I'm going to flip it to black and white. When I flip it to black and white, it's going to give me a much better idea of how the values work together, whether or not there's enough contrast between them in order to give me the depth that I'm looking for. Once I've done that and I'm happy with that choice, I'm going to go to the next color and I'm going to do the same thing. Remember, they're small cuts, either fat quarters or yardage, it doesn't matter. You're not going to need a ton, but they're just the sheer amount. Sounds scary. Don't be scared. Get somebody working there involved. They love to help pull bolts of fabric. No, I swear, really. I know that if I worked at a fabric store, I would love to help people work with color all day. When I'm at the fabric store, I tend to offer my assistance probably a bit too much. That's really it. It's really simple. If you have any additional questions about how to pick your fabrics, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Look for things that have, like my blues, I've got some nice contrast in there, and I've got this one print which is my lightest print, which almost reads white. I love that because it's going to give me great, it's going to catch that light really well, and it's going to make that one block look so dimensional. The same in my teals. And when you're picking your teals, be careful. Make sure that you have all the same kind of teals. There's blue teals, there's green teals, there's blue-green teals. It's kind of a toss-up, so you have to take your time when you're shopping for your teals and go slow. Because if you don't, then you're going to be disappointed when you get home. Okay? And I have this ombre, right? And I'm not using the lighter part. I'm just using the darker part to fill in my last two spaces. So there's lots of different options. Sometimes you can find ombres that you can get all of the colors you need out of. For one, it just really depends, but then you have to fussy cut more. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can mix, you have my permission, please mix batiks in with everything, because batiks are amazing. You get such great color, such great depth, and it's okay. It's a quilt. It's supposed to be lots of different kinds of fabric put together. Mixing a batik with the rest of your quilting cottons, everybody's cotton, everybody's going to get along. It's fine. And I like the extra little bits of dimension and texture in there anyway. So if you're going to do it all in batiks, do it all in batiks. If you're going to do it all in quilting cottons, do it all in quilting cottons. But if you find a piece that just works perfectly and it's not either a batik or a quilting cotton when you're using one or the other, really, it's okay to use. Also, another option, especially for your lightest value, this fabric has the tiniest little bit of shimmer to it. I mean, it's just kind of pearlescent. It's not really super shimmery. And it's going to work really great in that lightest value for my greens to really catch the light in that block and really show off that nice contrast that I'm going for when creating that 3D shape. So all in all, you got this. It's no different than any other time you get to go shop for fabric, right? Don't get anxious about it. It's just fabric. Pull it down, take some pictures, stand back, look at it. As long as the colors all go together and you have contrast, it's fine. Remember, keep it small prints. Keep your fabrics in either solids, semi-solids, blenders, small prints. I like tone on tone. Any of those kind of things will help you create that depth that you're looking for. So until Friday, where I'll have a few tips to help you speed up some of that half square triangle madness that is the first thing we're going to do. Otherwise, go ahead, get home, cut out everything you're going to need to make those blocks, so that, or at least one color group of blocks, so we can get started on Friday and you can zip through it with me. And if you don't have your pattern yet, remember there's still time. You can go to vectorquilts.com and you can purchase it as a PDF. You don't even have to wait for the mail to deliver it. So you can download it right to your computer, print it out, and then sew along with us. All right? Thanks so much. I'll see you in a few days. Bye.